Wah. Hello. Hi. Am I a robot? Am I a robot by any chance? Do I happen to be of the robot variety today? Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Hello. How are you guys? No crunchy? Yeah. Let's go. I've never been crunchy not once in my entire life. Why, well, thank you for the 5 months, honey. Thank you, thank you. Oh, hello, honeys. Hi, hi. Welcome to stream. Oh, I am tired. I'm very, very tired. I'm very, 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 very tired. I tweeted about this before. It's really cold today, but I don't think it is cold, like as in like the temperature is cold. I think it's just me. DX, thank you for the super, honey. Thank you. But if I ever had any inkling that you never use any of the art images as a thumbnail, I would have provided a transparent version. Yeah, of course. If I do like using some of the art pieces for thumbnails. If I have like the option to use one for a thumbnail, if I think it's fitting, I will definitely use them. Absolutely. I love them so much. I want them to be I love like making them be fitting though. I feel like the wonderful art that you got for today's thumbnail, I feel like it was very fitting for a tea party. Alright, thank you for the 9 months, honey. Thank you. Crunchy princess? Surely never such a thing. I've never been crunchy. We need some blankets and warm tea for the princess. Yes, please. I had a bath because I was like, if I soak myself in hot water for like 30 minutes, I will become warm. I've just You know how like to make tea, you have like the tea leaves and then you soak the tea leaves in hot water for like a hot minute? So then it becomes tea? Does that technically mean that there is tea? Like if I get out of the bath, is the bath now tea? Does that count? Is that how that works? Mora tea, specifically branded Zephydian tea. I just want it to be warm. I just want it to be warm. I think it's just it is cold today, but I think it is also me. Because I haven't eaten much today. What have I eaten? When did I eat? Uh-oh. Yeah. I ate at 8:30 this morning. That was my meal. I had breakfast at 8:30 this morning. And I'm like, I'm going through the day being like, why am I cold? Why am I cold and have no energy? We need to fix that. I do have snacks. I have snacks and I have tea. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah. Sometimes you get busy. I do have a snack. I'm gonna make soup later on. I'm gonna make soup for myself and Mama Q. We have she brought like a bunch of veg that she needed to use up over here. So I'm like, oh well, I'll just combine it with the veg that I have to use up and we'll just make a really good soup. So that's my plan for evening meal. Busy is not an excuse for not having snacks by your desk, princess. If I had snacks by my desk, then I would just eat. And that's not good, because I should make like actual nutritious food and things. I can't subside purely off of snacks, because that's what I would do. If I had a bowl full of snacks near my desk, I would just eat snacks. I wouldn't eat veggies or like any balanced meal at all. I would just eat like the snacks that I had provided for myself. Make otsas. I could. That's true. That would be quite refreshing. I feel like don't you normally eat that cold though? I feel like it's too cold for that today if you eat it cold most of the time. Have veggies as a snack, see healthy. My snacks tend to be like what's like the term? If I have a snack, it'll either be an unhealthy snack where I'll have like a little bit of little sweet treat, a little bit of chocolate or something like that, or it'll be the opposite end of the spectrum where I'll have like fruit. I'll have like fruit slices. I go through phases of really liking certain fruits, and I won't touch fruit for like the rest of the time, but for like a month I'll be like, man, pears, and I'll just eat pears every day, multiple times a day. Until I get like sick of them. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm like this. Yeah, pears. Yeah, pear is good. Pear is very tasty. But yeah, we have snacks. I have it is, oh shoot, I left the box downstairs, so I don't remember what it is. I think it's like orange and grapefruit. Orange and grapefruit? No, it's not. It doesn't have grapefruit in it. It's like orange and something else that is also citrusy. Orange and peach! There we go. It's peach and orange. It's fruit tea that I have today, and I also made myself a little sandwich. So I have a little sandwich. It's got a little bit of lettuce on it, a little bit of tomato on it, a little bit of... How do I describe what corn is to you guys? Because you guys probably don't know what corn is. Corn is like a vegetarian product in the UK and like in some other places as well. It's like a vegetarian substitute for like meat. Corn, Q-U-O-R-N, corn. Yeah. I think they make it out of mushrooms, but either way it tastes really good. So yeah, I also have that on the sandwich. It's very good. It's very tasty. Get out of here, notifications. I'm with my Illuminauts. It's good. It's really tasty. Should we get some rain sounds going? I feel like rain sounds would be kind of relaxing. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, rain sounds. Oh yeah, baby, rain sounds. Yeah, I think it is just I think they make it out of like mushrooms. I think so. What is corn made of? Is it mushrooms? A natural protein called mycoprotein, which comes from fungus. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I have for my snack for today's little tea party thing. I should tweet. We quote. We tea party in. There we go. Now I can never go on Twitter ever again. Isn't that bliss? Mold rather than shrooms? Mold can be good for you though. That's like... Dude, you never had like a good cheese? Cheese is great. Cheese is like a whole bunch of mold. I love cheese. Cheese is really good. It is September. which means that it's nearly October, which means that it's nearly November, which means that it's nearly December, which means that it's nearly Christmas. And Christmas is the time that you eat cheese. Christmas is the season for eating good cheese. Yeah. Penicillin. Yeah, penicillin as well. You're right. Penicillin's good. Penicillin's a fungus. Penicillin is like a mold, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. And cheese is year round. What do you mean? Well, like, Christmas for me is the season for eating cheese. Because, like, you can get good cheese other times of the year. But, like, Christmas is the time when you eat cheese, you know? It's the season for it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like a tradition. You've got to eat good cheese on Christmas. I don't know, maybe that's like very specifically a thing to do with my grandfather. My grandfather's a big cheese guy. He likes his cheese. He likes his cheese a lot. My favorite seasonal cheese is they make a Wensleydale. There is a type of Wensleydale that you can get that has dried cranberries in it. And it's like, it's really savory, but there's also sweetness to it because of the cranberries. It's so good. I cannot describe to you how unbelievably delicious this cheese is. And I have to limit myself to be like, you can only get this at Christmas time, because otherwise I'd get it year round. And then I would just sit and eat Wensleydale all day. I think, like, my favorite little cheese fact is the fact that Wensleydale was nearly extinct, which is really interesting. It was nearly a cheese that stopped being manufactured because, like, the place that was gonna make it just wasn't making enough sales. And then Wallace and Gromit became a thing, and people were like, I gotta try this cheese because Wallace from Wallace and Gromit likes this cheese. And then, like, business started booming specifically because of Wallace and Gromit, and now it's a really big cheese and people like it a lot. I loved that. That makes me very happy. Cheese like that in India, fresh cheese with dried fruits, either currants or raisins. It's super sweet and really nice. Yeah, fruit and cheese is just so good. I like goat's cheese a lot as well, which is something I don't really eat very often. Goat's cheese is, oh my god, there used to be, oh, I don't live there anymore, and I wish I still lived there. There was a local pizza place that I used to live next to for a couple of years, who did this like one pizza, and it was this like wonderful tomato sauce, and then it had caramelized onions on it, like spinach and goat's cheese. Oh, it was so good. It was so unbelievably good. You have no idea how good that pizza was. I dream about this pizza. Genuinely. My mouth is actually watering thinking about it. It's so good. It's really, really good. I miss it every day of my life. Genuinely. Ugh. I love it so much. I should try and make it. I could make it if I really, really wanted to, but I wouldn't be able to get it right, is the thing, because I don't have a pizza oven, and I feel like having a pizza oven is kind of like pivotal to making good pizza. You can make okay pizza. You can definitely make okay pizza, but it will compare to nothing when you compare it to like fresh, like fired pizza in like a proper oven. Yeah. Welcome back, welcome back. Wow. Yeah, what toppings? What do you have on your pizza? Or is it just like a margarita? Which is good. I will not decline you a delicious margarita. I didn't cut my sandwich, so I'm just tearing it. I've shrunk a pot. Sandwich! Yeah. Store-bought frozen ham pizza? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Whoa. Frozen pizzas are always really good. I always tend to like try and spice them up a bit with like fresh ingredients, but that's just because I'm extra. And they never have like it's really difficult to find vegetarian pizzas because they always have like just something on them that is meat. Like they have a lot of ham on stuff that just doesn't need ham, or they have like pepperoni on stuff. It's really odd. And like, it's tasty. I don't actually like pepperoni, so maybe pepperoni isn't that tasty. But most of the time, like, it is a tasty meal. However, I have things to do, and I don't want to spend the next 48 hours of my life being ill. So I always end up buying like a regular margarita and then adding my own stuff to it. Spinach cream pizza. I've seen sweet potato on pizzas before, which like I kind of want to try that. That does sound good. I feel like sweet potato on pizza would be really, really, really tasty. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like the saltiness of the cheese would work really well with like the sweetness of sweet potato, because sweet potato isn't like an intense sweetness, it's like a mild sweetness. I feel like that would be nice. Black truffle and mushroom pizza. That's so fancy. That seems so overly fancy. Why do you have truffles on a pizza? Ever had pickle pizza? Oh, I know the one that you're on about, but I hate those type of pickles. I don't like cucumber pickles, because I just think that they absorb way too much of like the vinegar, and so it just tastes like vinegar. There's no like cucumber flavor in that anymore. I always prefer like different types of pickles. I like pink pickled onions or like pickled ginger is always really tasty, but the cucumber pickles are not great. On all pickles, cucumber pickles? No, you get onion pickles. Basically, pickle is just anything that you have pickled. That's just how that be. Don't like vinegar? I don't like vinegar, no. I don't like salted vinegar either. Like the crisp flavor. I have a friend who's like super into it, and it has to be like, if they're gonna eat it, it has to be like the acid from the vinegar will like burn all taste buds from their mouth, and I'm just like, no, that's bad. Instead of calling them pickles? Well, we call them pickled cucumbers, though. You call pickle, like, pickle anything. Like, if I say pickles, I'm not gonna know which one you mean. You gotta specify. Probably the weirdest pizza I had was French fries pizza. It tastes exactly like pizza and fries. Who would have thought? Yeah, you can get that here as well. You can get... If you go to like a local takeout in the UK, you can sometimes get a doner pizza, which is basically where there will be a regular margarita pizza, and then it will have like fries and doner meat on it, and it is the most egregious dish ever. You need to be so unsober to enjoy that. In the US, pickles specifically refer to pickled cucumbers. Huh, interesting. Maybe that's just like a my family thing? Yeah. Fries on a pizza seems novel to me. I've seen more bizarre things on this. Oh! Do you guys do the thing where like you take French fries? If you have like a milkshake and you have like fries, would you dip them in your milkshake? I used to do that. I was one of those people. It's good! It's tasty! It's because it's sweet! It's sweet and salty. It's good! Yeah! It's really, really good. Wendy's made it their thing and it's really? Fries and milkshake is normal in certain places, yeah. I don't really go out to eat all that often, but when I do, if we're gonna go to like McDonald's or something, I will get, I mean, it depends on if I'm going for like an actual meal or if we're just going for like a treat, because if we're going for a treat at McDonald's, I will get, any McFlurry possible, and I will also get an apple pie. And I will just combine those in the same container. It is delicious. It is cinnamony. It is completely volcanic. And it's delicious. Highly, highly recommend. Remember that one country sold out of... Oh yeah, they sold out of cucumbers because of the cucumber trend. Yeah. Oh shoot, where was that? Was that Australia? I want to say it's Australia, but I don't think it is. They don't do apple pies at your McDonald's anymore? No! Have you guys seen the difference between the apple pies in the US versus the UK? So the apple pies in McDonald's in the UK, the ones in the US are like actual pie. It has like pie crust and stuff on it. It's like a pasty. But in the UK versions of the McDonald's apple pies feel more American because they're deep fried. This is the McDonald's apple pie. It looks like it's deep fried. So it's super, super crispy, and it's completely volcanic. Like you can't eat this right away. Yeah. Like that feels more American. For some reason. It's really good. I like it a lot. So I will have that with like the McFlurry of any caliber. They normally have like themed McFlurries where they'll be like, oh look, this one's Cadbury themed, this one has Smarties in it. I'll just pick a random one and then I'll just get an apple pie, and that will be that's my treat. And I don't get it very often because I don't go to McDonald's very often. And like sometimes when I go to McDonald's, we go for like an actual meal instead of like just a treat. And I don't get both. If I am having like a meal, there is no way that I can have like an ice cream afterwards. Like that doesn't happen for me. I tried peach pie before? I have not. Peach pie sounds good though. I've recently gotten into peaches. I never used to like them, but I think that's just because I used to be kind of a bit fussy when I was a kid. Mm. Do they have Jollibee in the UK? They have this amazing peach and mango pie. Oh, don't they have one in London somewhere? Do they have one in London? Our locations. Here we go. Jollibee. Oh wow, there is way more locations than I thought there would be. There's one in Cardiff? That's so random. That's way more locations than I thought there would be. Because normally for like American restaurants and stuff, they'll have one just in somewhere in London. They've got one in Kensington. This is what I mean, where I just assume that they're always going to be somewhere in London rather than like anywhere else in the country. Huh, that is a lot more locations than I thought there would be. Is it Filipino? Oh, it's not. Is it? Oh, okay. Interesting then. Because I know that it's super big in... I know that Jollibee is super big in... Shoot, where is it? Isn't it like super big in like Vietnam? Isn't Jollibee like really big there or something like that? I remember reading an article about it. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Am I gonna eat peaches for a month again? No. I've not like gotten into peaches enough to be like, okay, here's my fruit of the month. Did I wear I thought Jollibee was Australian? It kind of looks it, I guess. What's an Australian food chain? I don't know if that picked up. My throat made a weird noise. Anyway, you have a Filipino population, you will have Jollibee somewhere nearby. I see. Popular items are fried chicken and gravy, Jollibee spaghetti and peach pie. They do spaghetti? I've never seen like a takeout place do like a pasta, unless it was like specifically like, hey, this is an Italian-y place. I don't think we have like specifically chain Italian restaurants in the UK, or at least I can't think of one. The only thing I can think of is like Pizza Hut, but I wouldn't really count Pizza Hut as Italian, admittedly. Amazing lo-fi rain songs because it's raining at the moment. I just thought it would be relaxing. No! Don't task getting my throat noises by accident. No, please. A little bit fancy for normal takeout. It feels weird. Yeah, if you're gonna go eat like Italian in the UK, like I feel like you have to go out and like do it in person. Pasta takeaway would make it glue after half an hour. I've ordered pasta as like an Uber Eats thing before. I've stopped using Uber Eats because they just keep adding like weird charges onto stuff. I've just like it used to be like when you ordered something from like Uber Eats, you would order the food and then you'd pay for the food and then you'd pay for like the delivery fee. And that makes sense to me because I'm paying for my thing and then I'm paying for an additional service of someone to bring it to me. That makes sense in my brain. Understandable, have a nice day. I don't understand what a service charge is. What's a service charge? What service am I getting that is not included with me buying the meal and then also paying for delivery. Like, I feel like the service charge, I've already paid it because I've paid somebody to bring it to my house. What is a service charge? You're paying for the software engineer? They have adverts in the app now. Like, they're already selling my data. Dude, please, just let me have my food. I've started, I don't order takeout very often, but like ever since I stopped using Uber Eats, on the odd occasion that I do actually want to like order food but I can't pick it up myself, I will just phone the restaurant directly and be like, hey, do you guys deliver? And they're like, yeah. And that's so much easier. Because then I'm just paying for my food and the delivery fee. And I don't have to like pay an additional service fee for an app. Also, have you guys noticed that food prices on Uber Eats are actually higher than the actual restaurant prices? Have you guys noticed this? I didn't like, because I ordered food from a restaurant that I quite like on Uber Eats, and then a couple months later I ordered from them directly in the restaurant, and my order was about £7 cheaper than what it was a few months back. And I went and had a look on the app, and none of the prices on the app had changed at all. But for some reason the price on the app was just like way higher. It was very weird. It was really, really weird. I think the restaurant increases the price to make up for the fee they have to pay to the delivering company. That's terrible though, because like their app would not exist without those restaurants. That feels weird to me. That feels very, very odd for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm too seize the means of production pilled. Some restaurants don't have their own delivery. Yeah. Oh my god, Grubhub. I think they have that in the UK. I've never used Grubhub in my entire life. I saw that one advert that went viral for Grubhub, and then I was like, wow, I'm never going to use this service ever. I was so offended by how bad the advert was that I was like, I'm having a visceral reaction against this product. I do that sometimes. If a company has a particularly bad advert, sometimes I will just decide that I hate that company specifically, even if they provide me a really good service. So like, even if I think the product that they're making is good, if they have a really obnoxious advert, or if they have an advert that just keeps being replayed to me over and over and over and over again, I just vehemently hate the company. Imagine Amazon food delivery. They have that. That's real. They have that here. You can get your food delivered through Amazon in the UK. I've done it before because I've had... They really tried to like make it explode, and so they gave everybody like coupons for stuff. So I was like, oh sweet, I can get like my weekly shop that is normally way more expensive for like 50% less expensive because of this particular thing. And then I tried it a few times with specifically really heavy items that I didn't want to carry. And it was not good quality at all. I wasn't expecting stellar quality, but I was expecting decent. And it was just kind of not great. Maybe I got very unlucky with it, who knows. Over advertising just puts me off. It does. It really does.
Which delivery apps are we trusting for now? The last one I used before I stopped using Uber Eats was I used Uber Eats specifically because of their like returns policy. They like Uber Eats has like a clause in their contracts and stuff where it's just way easier to get refunds than literally any other app. And like I know people try and exploit that by being like, my food didn't turn up type of thing. But I don't like doing that. That feels mean. So in like the rare occasion that I do actually have an issue with stuff like that, I will report it, but they'll just give me a refund anyway. That's why I used to use Uber Eats, because I was like, this is way easier than having to like take a picture of the space in which my food is definitely not there. Like other apps used to do. Because I remember like I used a different service at one point or another where like the person who was meant to be delivering my food just didn't turn up or something like that. It's either they stole my food or just said that they were going to deliver it and then never did. And so I contacted the app that I was using to be like, hey, my food never turned up. Can I get a refund, please? And they wanted me to send a picture of proof that my food didn't turn up. So I just took a picture of like my empty step, like outside, and was like, here you go. There's my proof that my food didn't turn up. I think I did get a refund eventually, but yeah, that was that was definitely a good usage of everybody's time. Wait, I can't read. Who thought it was a good idea to put white text on things? No. Lita, hi, honey. Hi, hi. Thank you for the raid, honey. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi. Wow. Welcome, everybody. Hi, hi. Welcome in, welcome in. How was your stream, honey? Hi, hi. Hello, everybody. I am Amora Lumina. I am part of EIEN Project Second Generation Haven. I am your local intergalactic princess. We're talking about food. We are most definitely talking about food right now. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. We're talking about the great unfortunates that are food delivery apps and food delivery apps and the great unfortunates of having to prove that my food didn't turn up by just taking a picture of my step. Thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you. I know you're gonna be like super tired, so please go rest, go rest, go rest. Go have snacks and things. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I don't know why it occurred that way. I don't know why they were so determined to be like, ah yes, we need proof that your food did not appear. The image of an empty hand. I mean, I just took a picture of like my doorstep to be like, here's where my food would be if I had some. So yeah, that was probably the weirdest one. I also lost my keys in an Uber one time. That was very fun. Ironically, it was a trip that I was taking to the optometrist. So that was an interesting one. The guy was super sweet. The person that was like helping me with the guy that was taking me in the Uber to to my optometrist was like super nice and like helped me look for my keys, which was really nice of him. And it basically turned out that as I was like getting out of his car, they'd fallen out of my bag and onto the road, and so I was able to get them back super quickly. I tipped that guy so well because he like stopped what he was doing for like 7 minutes to like look for my keys in the back of his car, and I felt so bad. I felt so terrible. I tipped that guy so much because I was like, oh man, you could have taken like another ride immediately after leaving me. Oh, that guy got 5 stars, very much so. But yeah, losing my keys on the way to an optometrist's, it writes itself, really. So yeah, he was super nice. It was cool. Getting in taxis is such like a weird thing to me, because inevitably every time I get into an Uber or a taxi, it's kind of a 50-50 as to whether or not they'll talk to me. And I always kind of dread talking to taxi drivers. Not because I don't like to have a good conversation, but because inevitably they always ask me, oh, what do you do for work? And then I have to like figure out what my answer is gonna be for that one. Sometimes I'll just lie and then pretend that I work in like sales or something, because I really don't want to have to explain that my job is to be an anime girl on the internet to like a random stranger. My go-to now is to say that I work in media production. That's that's my go-to now. But the first couple times it really took me off guard, and so I just had to like lie. And like the first time that I did it to like come up with a lie on the spot about it, I said that I worked in advertising as an editor, and which is technically true. It's technically true. And then the rest of the ride, which was about a 20-minute ride, the guy kept talking to me about his business that he was trying to start up and how he should go about advertising his like small business that he was starting up. And I don't know anything about advertisements. So I just had to keep like, I had to keep it going. It was 20 minutes. It was a 20-minute conversation where I just had to keep going and keep pretending that I knew stuff about advertising. Because I didn't want to explain that I was an anime girl on the internet to a random stranger. That's probably the worst conversation I've ever had in my entire life. It was bad. It was really bad. I ended up just talking about editing, I think, for most of it. It was interesting. Oh my god. So yeah, now I say I work in media production, which is true. It's true enough that if they ask me to like expand on it, I can still talk about it. This man was genuinely trying to get help and you like, I didn't lie. I just kind of steered him into like directions of like common sense. I like told him to like get in touch with like an advertising firm. Basically just to see what could be done. And I spoke to him about like Google adverts for like a minute. So yeah, that was probably the worst conversation I've ever had in my entire life. 0 out of 10, could not recommend less. Really bad, in fact. Really terrible and awful and bad. I just... It was bad. Yep, that was terrible. Sometimes I'll do it for fun, but only to like mess with very specific people. I don't do it very often, but like occasionally there'll be a time where I'm out in the wild and it's the only time that I really do it is specifically to the people who try and sell you stuff on the street or will come to your house and try and sell you stuff. 'Cause like I know it's their job, but they're also preying on like very vulnerable people like the elderly. So I feel like they kind of deserve to get messed about for like 10 minutes. I feel like if I waste their time for 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes less time that they have to try and take advantage of like somebody into selling away their credit card information, you know? So sometimes if they like pull me away on the street to be like, hey, have you heard about this specifically? I'll lie and like waste their time for as long as I possibly can. So people who do like scam baiting online. I don't like reply to scam emails or anything. But if somebody on the street is like, hey, do you want to hear about this energy bill deal? Which is like very specifically something that they're targeting like elderly people with because energy is crazy expensive. And it's always a concern for people who are of an older generation. If it's specifically for something like that, I'll be like, yeah, sure. The last one that I did was, a guy came to my house and was pretending to be a part of a company, like an energy company, and you could just tell that he was not part of this company. And he goes, hey, how's your internet speed? And with my phone in hand, I go, we don't use technology. Yeah, no, we don't have that here. And then I just string him along for like another 7 minutes. Just... That was a good one. That was a really good one. That was really, really fun. So yeah, that was a great one. That was really, really fun. So yeah. I don't do it very often, but if it's specifically people where I'm like, no, you are definitely preying on vulnerable people, you deserve to have your time wasted, I will do that. Because like these people aren't gonna see me ever again. Yeah. Is it eatable? I think there was another one that happened as well where somebody came to my house to like try and advertise I think they had like a milk business or something. It was like something really specific. It was like a dairy business where they were trying to do like yeah, they were trying to advertise like local dairy farmers to me, which is crazy because at the time I was living in the middle of a city. So I don't know what local dairy farmers are in the middle of a city. So that was very interesting. But they kept advertising it to me, and after a while I was just like, I want to go and not do this ever again. So I started asking really weird questions at like I started pretending to be like a really devout vegan. And I started like asking questions about like how well the cows were kept and like if the cows were lactose free, and just like asking really dumb questions for stuff after a while, so that they would leave faster. That was another good one. I don't like being advertised to, is the moral of the story. I like to see how long I can keep it going for. I'll only do it if it's just me as well. Like, I'll never do it with another person. If I'm like with a friend or if I'm with like my mother, I will never do it because I'm like, no, I don't want to rope them into stuff like without their permission type of thing. So yeah, I don't like being advertised to. I would prefer to not be advertised to, if at all possible. Especially by people who are like very clearly trying to take advantage, which is not fun. I like being advertised to if it's a good ad and then it's something that I genuinely find entertaining, then I'm good with it. I feel like that category comes under things like the John Lewis Christmas advert. Because adverts like that aren't about, they're not about the actual advert itself. I've never watched a John Lewis advert, Christmas advert, and gone, I should go to John Lewis. But the advert for John Lewis specifically is more so about the artistry of making like a wholesome short film about Christmas. That's kind of, I feel like that's more so the enjoyment of that type of advertising. I like that. That's nice. What am I eating? I made a sandwich. I got a snack for today's stream because, you know, it's gonna be, it's a tea party. We gotta have little sandwiches. I feel like I should change the sound track, the music. What kind of sandwich? It has lettuce, it has tomato, and it has a vegetarian product called corn, which we discovered is made of mushrooms. Loopable. Please. Let's have it be all of those, please. We're playing Dover Roulette. What does this sound like? Oh, I've definitely heard that one before. Okay. Dover Roulette, let's go! Most replacements need protein, and that's either tofu or mushrooms. Yeah, or like beans. Like legumes are pretty good on protein typically. Yeah. Some of this music is real bad. I have like a hankering to listen to like light jazz. But I think that's just because I've been watching old Amelia Watson VODs because of the recent news. I'm pretty sure you guys must have heard because it's pretty big. Yeah. Mushrooms. Wonder if I can. Oh, there we go. Should I put? Let's put jazz in the little portion of it and see what it comes up with. Oh, that's fun. I like that, actually. Here we go.
Yeah. She's an honorable British. Yeah, she... Does she count? She definitely doesn't count, but you know what? I respect it. I will respect her British non-Britishness for all that it is worth. So yeah. I'm gonna miss her. I took a lot of inspiration from Ame. Just because I'm very jack of all tradesy in myself, and so it's difficult to find representation of people who are super jack of all tradesy and can kind of do a lot of things themselves in like a very competent way. It's difficult to find success stories for us because people are more inclined to hire people who are masters at something. They want somebody who's really, really good at one particular thing. Because then if they hire a group in that, then they can have the whole group be a good balance. And it's why the 5-man band thing comes in really handy with VTuber generations. So they'll typically have someone who's like really good at gaming, they'll have someone who's really good at music, they'll have someone who's like a really good comedian, they'll have somebody who's a really good dancer, type of thing. They'll have like 4 or 5 people who are super, super good at one thing, so that the group is a big collection of skills. But for people like Ame and me, because we're good at lots of little things, it's difficult for us to be successful in this industry. Because we don't have a mastery in anything. We don't have one solid thing that is going to be advertisable to people. And that unfortunately means that it's more difficult for us to get jobs in places. So seeing somebody like Ame, who is good at so many things, is... I don't know, it's very... It was good for a while for me to see her succeed at the highest level. To see somebody who is jack of all tradesy succeed at the highest level. Because then I could look at that and be like, okay, well, if you keep trying, something is bound to happen. And something did happen. And happened. So yeah, I think it would have been... I wouldn't have given up, but I think it would have been much harder for me to stay motivated without people like Ame to be as... Especially because of how trailblazy she was with everything. It's like, it's the meme of like, Amelia Watson built a VR studio in a cave with a box of scraps. Like that's the meme of it, but like legitimately, Ame is one of these rare people that can just kind of do anything if you give them enough time. It's kind of, being a jack of all trades is kind of rare, and it is a curse, which is unfortunate. We're good to have employed, but nobody wants to employ us because it's safer business-wise to hire somebody who is a specialist. So, I don't know. It's took me... Yeah, I looked up to Ame a lot because of that. She was like proof to me that everything was gonna be okay. I don't think the jack of all tracing is rare per se. Yeah. Just decide to specialize in something that's they can become more employable. Yes, yeah. It's, what I mean to say is that it's rare to become employed for being a jack of all trades. Because you typically do have to specialize. Because you have to, in this industry especially, if you're trying to get a job, you have to advertise yourself. And it's very difficult to advertise yourself as a jack of all trades. Whereas if you have a specialism, you can be like, hey, I'm this person, I do this, and I do this really, really good. Whereas for jack of all trades, it's kind of like,
it's much harder to advertise yourself that way. Because I could say, hey, if you give me enough time, I can learn any skill. But people don't want that. They want you to already be good at the thing that they want you to be good at. So yeah, it's one of those things. Anime for me was proof that it could be done. And that if I worked hard enough, then it would happen. But yeah. I like Anime a lot. I didn't watch a whole lot of her content because her content wasn't really for me, per se. Like, I didn't watch her play games or anything because I was just kind of like, I don't know. But for things that she really shone in, with her VR streams and her just making stuff, she would set so many things in motion before people could even consider the idea. And she would do it just because it made her laugh as well. That's what I want to do. She was an example of the life that I wanted to have. And so it was very motivating to look at her and be like, I want to do that. I'm going to try and make it happen. So yeah. You need to work out, but you also need a healthy dose of luck and opportunity. Yeah. Very much so. I think as much as I am loath to say it, I think the only reason that I did eventually get into EIEN is because of luck. I think the way that I advertised myself was good, but all the same, they could have not watched my video. They had a lot of applicants, and they could have just decided that they'd already seen enough to go ahead with everything, you know? So yeah, I feel very lucky. I'm glad to be here. It makes me really happy that they decided to hire me. Because I think hiring somebody that doesn't have a particular specialism is a risk. And I've tried really hard to make it, to prove that it was worth it, that it was the right decision. Really good to have you, Amora. I'm glad to be here. Sounds like you need another session of the ASMR clinic. Maybe. Maybe. Eek. I don't have a whole lot about me that I really feel like is like advertisable. There's stuff like there's stuff that I'm good at that I'm like, okay, this is good, but it's, I don't know, it's hard for me to really say, really pinpoint what makes me special. It's really difficult for me to do that because I don't have one skill. I have lots of little ones. I'm like 14 different skills in a trench coat, all stacked on top of each other like little raccoons. Just don't get trapped in the basement again. I'm like, I think I'm still in that basement. I never logged back in. What? Nagato, thank you for the 1 month, honey. Thank you. Just dropping by again, but thanks for the gifts. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Am I gonna schedule any VS and pieces anytime soon? I don't know. I'd very much like to. I I feel like I'd have to dedicate a lot more time to VS&P than I currently have, because I'm really busy with Donathon rewards, which is interesting. Ah, speaking of, do you guys want to see a sneak peek of some of the progress that I made on the Amora chibi? Do you guys want a secret sneak peek? I'm going to show you guys something very special. I'm going to show you guys something very special. Here we go. Here is the little teaser. The second teaser for the 2D chibi model donation goal. You're so welcome. Timmy. Fully rendered, baby. Yeah, I'm glad with the style that I've ended up going with as well. It's kind of graphic. I went for something that was kind of what's like the what's the word for it? Kind of, yeah, I guess graphic is the term for it. I watched a lot of Spider-Verse recently, so I was like, oh man, I want to kind of do something with that kind of bold line graphic kind of style. So I kind of incorporated that into the chibi. Yeah. Yeah, Dibby. So yeah, we're getting there. There's some good details on this. They're very well detailed and all the stuff. Yeah. Did you end up sticking with Medibang or did you get Photoshop working? Kind of switched between the two. The cool thing about Medibang is that Medibang allows you to work inside of Photoshop files without you having to save and switch between the two programs. So like, I can save my point in Photoshop and then immediately open up the same file in Medibang and just keep going back and forth, which is super, super nice. So if there's some tools that are better in Medibang, I can just do that. Which is super, super nice. It's very, very cool. Mm. Thank you for coming, honey. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, it's very nice. So that's what I'm working on currently. Yeah. The 2D chibi is turning out well. It's turning out very, very interesting. I like it a lot. I'm struggling with like the longer hair tassels, but I'll eventually get it. So, still need to watch the second Spider-Verse? Yes, yes you do. Yes, you do. It's fantastic. Spider-Verse is very, very good. Really cool style. I like it a lot. With all the little patterns and stuff. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, I'm excited to see her moving. I'm really excited to see her moving. Big fan of thick outlines for art, probably since shows like Grim. Yeah, I love that. That's like something that I really love to incorporate in my style a lot. And when I was when I used to do a lot more like boarding and pitch Bibles and stuff like that, I'd always incorporate that kind of like heavy graphic style more so. I'm a very cartoon enjoying person. I can draw in a more anime style, and I will utilize that more so in my job now than I ever used to. And that's like fun, but yeah, I love the cartoony look for things. It's my preferred style. I also did some work on the film today as well, which was fun. That was good. So we have like we have like a final script now. We've like finished all of the draftings and stuff now. We have a final script, which is really, really fun. So that has to go to management. That's been sent to Manitan. They have to read over it. And then when I get the okay from them, then I can start the real fun stuff. So once everything is like okayed, I can start doing the fun bits like the boarding. Before the boarding is done, we have a shot list already done and all of that stuff anyway. Like you say we, but it's really just you. You guys are there in spirit. Yeah, it's just me, but like, you have to point it out. Yeah. If you're haunting my mind, I consider you with me. Much quicker than I expected. It's actually been quite a while. I would consider this to be quite delayed, but that's mainly just because I've been having the some issues with my health and stuff. So we're trying to figure out all of the things, yeah. So I think reasonably the script file version should have been done like maybe like a week and a half ago, but I was like, I was having issues with medicine. How's my sleep and stuff been recently? I'm really trying to fix it as much as possible. I think it's kind of gotten to the point where I'm like, I've got hiccups, oh no, oh no, 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 no. It's gotten to the point now where I'll either sleep for about 17 hours straight, or I'll sleep for about 2 hours and then wake up. Like last night was a struggle. Very much so. I tried to go to bed at, I think 11 was when I went to bed. I've been trying to stay awake for as long as possible. Which is not great. So, I'm struggling. I went to bed at 11 last night. And I would wake up like every 2 hours. Which wasn't fun. I'm trying to fix stuff. Today was actually pretty good because when I eventually gave up on sleeping, it was about 7:30, 8. So I was able to go and make breakfast and like do a bunch of work and stuff. Have I noticed a difference after no longer taking the medicine? I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing that has happened since not taking that medicine is that I now have all of my original terrible symptoms from pre-taking the medicine, but I now also have all of the terrible symptoms of taking the medicine as well. So I've gained like 2 extra issues on top of my already existing issues. It's like it's I have to laugh about it. I have to laugh about it. I really do. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be sad. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. What was I taking medicine for originally? So because I'm doing like a bunch of tests to try and figure out what I have that's causing all of these migraines and other issues and stuff, the medicine that I was on was a medicine specifically to stop me from having particular symptoms so that they could do some tests for things. So that's things like scans and blood tests and all that type of stuff. It unfortunately had the side effect of causing me to be like super tired and like really lethargic, and like wanting to eat a ton. It like made my appetite go crazy, because I'm normally like a 2-meal person. Like I will have my breakfast and then I will go the whole day without eating anything else, and then I'll eat like a thing for like dinner and then I'll go to bed, and that's like my appetite typically. But I was really hungry on this medicine, like unbelievably so. Like I would eat like 3 meals a day and then still want snacks because I was really hungry. Some meds that I use in management of migraines can do that. Yeah, I was warned that it was going to be a thing. And I was like fine with it because it's was a medicine that I was going to be on temporarily just so that they could try and figure out some stuff. I still have like more tests and stuff going on. I'm still going to be having like issues for at least the next 6 weeks. And there might be times when I'm probably going to have a couple days in a row where I don't stream, and that will be because I'm going and doing tests and stuff. But yeah, it should be all good. Medical stuff is interesting. I don't know. I made a very morbid joke the other day, and my mother was not best pleased with me. I made a very morbid joke, and my joke was that if I'm able to get an appointment with my doctor within a week in this NHS state, then there's definitely going to be something very wrong with me. And she was really mad at me for making that joke. I thought it was funny. No, I wanna, yeah, like, as morbid as that joke is, the current theories as to what is wrong with me is stuff that sucks, but is treatable. So, it's just narrowing down the list of, like, here's the list of things that it can be. It's all of the tests and stuff that I'm doing over the next couple weeks is just to do with, like, figuring out what thing is the correct thing. So, everything that they think that I have is treatable. So, it is all good. Please do not worry about me. But, unfortunately, medical stuff is medical stuff. I will try my very best to make it interfere with streaming and stuff as little as possible. Yeah, doing my very, very best. Now Mama Q can watch this one and tell you I'm again. No! So yeah, don't worry. It's, we're just trying to figure out what of, like, the stuff is the thing, basically. So, unfortunately that might mean I have to take more medicine that makes me feel terrible, but that's, you know, that's part of the diagnostic circulation, or whatever it's called. A diagnostic, I don't know the word for it, basically. Sometimes you gotta do stuff that makes you feel terrible for a bit to try and figure out what is gonna make you feel less terrible. And I would rather take 6 weeks of feeling kind of gross to, like, be better eventually.
Make the experience with the meds be more bearable and not add to what it's you. I'm gonna like collect symptoms. We just keep collecting issues. Differential diagnoses, yeah. Diagnoses. 25 cc's of mouse bites, Eddie! Gotta catch 'em all! Yeah! What if, like, I collect enough symptoms that they do the thing that they did in The Simpsons, where they all got crammed through the door? Do you guys know that scene from The Simpsons? Yeah, this is the scene that I'm on about. Here are all of my symptoms trying to get into my body. But there's too many of them, and none of them can do anything. I gotta get more symptoms. Yeah. To reiterate on everything, please don't worry about anything. All of the stuff that I have going on at the moment, I'm gonna try and make sure that that doesn't cause issues with streaming and stuff, but there might be occasions where I have to take a little bit of time off to either go have tests or recover from tests. That happened the other week where I had to like cancel. That was, oh, that was bad. That was really, really bad. I couldn't like, I had like a very particular type of exam, and it caused me a lot more pain than I thought it would do. So when I got home, I ended up like sitting down, and then I couldn't move. I couldn't like, I lied down in my bed and then I couldn't get back up again because it hurt too much to do that. So that was an unfortunate side effect that I was not prepared for. So there might be some things that happen in the next couple weeks that will be like that. So yeah. But it is in the name of science. And I would rather go through a couple weeks of not feeling all that great to try and figure out what's gonna make me feel better. Sounds like a hell of a test. Yep. Oh yeah. Medical stuff is the way that it is. Probably wasn't bad if it's test out. Yeah, I keep forgetting you're a doc. You're a doctor. You'll if I give away too much information, you're probably gonna like figure out what I have, which would probably be faster than me going through the NHS. If they're all treatable and it's less in the name of science and more in just the name of my well-being. Yeah. Yeah, everything that is on the table as current theories is treatable. Unfortunately, they do suck as like options, and I would prefer to have none of them. But like, if I can choose between something that is like vaguely crappy but treatable and something that is terrible and not treatable, I'm taking the treatable. I want that one, please. I literally plays like House empty with the other Luminats last week. Don't worry, more I'm a date. Okay, Greg. And turns up with like his little walking stick and is like, ah, it's lupus.
Oh, I should watch House MD again. I feel like it would be funny in this current condition if I were to watch it again. There was one time that it was lupus. It's never lupus. It's never that easy. House watch along? We've already talked about this. It would take us like 4 weeks to watch the entirety of House if we didn't have breaks. I should watch it for the first time. You keep selling me on it. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's awful and it's completely unrealistic, but it's great. It's great. It's so good. Oh. Type your symptoms into this thing here and it says you'd be having network connectivity problems. Good long-term content plan. No! We will be watching House MD. One thing I'd love to do is, what was... Blaze asked me to watch Megamind with her. I'd be down to watch that. I'd be down to watch Megamind with Blaze. I'll DM her about that, actually. I'm gonna DM her about that right now. Where is she? What? You serious about watching Megamind the other day? I love Megamind. Megamind's fantastic. Have I seen it before? Yeah. The guy that he turns into is very much my type. I'm just gonna say this because I'm saying this now because Blaze is gonna call me out on it, and then she can't call me out on it if I've already said it. That's the reason I'm saying it now. Yeah, Bernard. Is it Bernard? I think so. It's been a long time since I've seen the film. Yep. Self-report, exactly. I'm being big brain. I'm being so big brain. If I say the thing first, that she can't call me out on it. Thank you, honey. I like people who are a little bit pathetic that I gotta take care of a little bit. Well, as a girl, watch along when I need to sort that. I'd love to sort that with MIDI. I would love to sort that with me. Oh my god, there's a new Wallace and Gromit. There's a new Wallace and Gromit film coming out, and it has the penguin in it again. I'm so excited. It's like Hamilton revealing the affairs before the blackmailers did, yeah. Yeah. Where did the furry come from? What? What did I say? Hashtag Amora furry confirmed? What does that mean? When did I talk about anthropomorphic animals? I literally said, what? Where did that come from? Should I really watch Megamind again? I feel like it's one of those movies that I watched as a kid that I didn't appreciate much, like How to Train Your Dragon. Yeah, Megamind has some really good humor in it, like really, really good humor in it. So, so yeah, it should be good. I don't see. I'll see if Blaze will get back to me whenever she wakes up, which should be nice. Oh, she go back to me now. I haven't released my schedule for next week. I haven't released my schedule for next week. I got a lot of stuff going on next week. I'll see, maybe. if she would want to do it next week or maybe the week after. I don't know when. Never actually seen Megamind. It's great. It's really, really good. Can't tell when the last time you made a schedule and released it on a Sunday. It's like my schedule is always done like in advance, but like you'd be surprised at like how much stuff happens last minute on a Sunday. You get invited to tons of stuff on like the Sunday. I'm excited for next week. Actually, it should be. It should be good. It should be really good. Pokemon Go event setting, but I don't really feel like doing it, honestly. That's real of you. That's very, very real of you. I think it's... I still use Pokemon Sleep. I have a Pokemon Sleep addiction. I have a hench Sylveon. You get invited to stuff on Sundays because that's when everyone finalizes their schedule. It is. It really is. It truly is. Wait, what was I gonna ask Minnie if she would watch with me? Shoot! What were we gonna watch? No! Wait, what was the... Oh! Wallace and Gromit! Minnie, do you wanna watch... Minnie, do you wanna watch Wallace and Gromit with me? Minnie? Do you wanna watch Wallace and Gromit with me? Minnie, do you wanna do a watch along of Wallace and Gromit? Minnie? Please? 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 Oh yeah. Deep voice Amora. It's because I was being soft. And if you get to me some Wensleydale, I will get you Wensleydale. I will absolutely get you Wensleydale. I get to show you Wallace and Gromit. Oh, what should I show you of Wallace and Gromit? Because I feel like I should show you A Grand Day Out. For certain, I should definitely show you A Grand Day Out. However, A Grand Day Out is the first one. It's the short film that started everything. But The Wrong Trousers is the best one. So if you'd be down for watching the two of them, that's like a 2-hour time slot. Because I think The Wrong Trousers is about an hour and a half. I think The Wrong Trousers is about 90 minutes. I know of Wallace and Gromit, but I've never watched anything. Oh my god. Yes! We gotta watch The Wrong Trousers together. We'll do that. Please. My first exposure was The Were-Rabbit. I had a DVD of The Were-Rabbit that I used to watch in my grandparents' castle. Over and over and over again, it was my Wallace and Gromit at my grandparents' castle. I'm down. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna show you The Wrong Trousers. It's gonna be so good. I've DM'd you about it so I don't forget. Britishing. Yeah. Remember Wallace and Gromit is hazy since I've watched it since I was like 5. I love it though. It's good. That's another thing. That's another thing really specifically for do you ever have a thought and then it just goes away? It's gone. I don't have it anymore. What happened? Where did it go? Come back! happened there? My brain stopped working. Always watch Shaun the Sheep. I didn't like Shaun the Sheep. I remember not liking Shaun the Sheep because they made a couple Shaun the Sheep films and I didn't like him. But they had Shaun as a character in the... They had Shaun as a character in the film, in Wallace and Gromit, in one of the films. I think it's A Close Shave that he first appears in, and then they made Shaun the Sheep. And Shaun the Sheep is voiced by Mr. Tumble. That's the most British sentence I think I've said in a hot minute. Shaun the Sheep's voice actor is Mr. Tumble. Which is... That blew my mind when I first learned about that. Oh my god, Mr. Tumble. You guys don't know who Mr. Tumble is. Mr. Tumble is a UK children's TV show presenter. His actual name is like Justin, I think. I think his actual name is Justin. But he does like kids programming. He does like kids TV shows and stuff. Yeah, this is him. This is Mr. Tumble. He is a British treasure. He's a national treasure. We love this guy. He did a show. I don't know if it's still going. I heavily doubt it, in fact. But he used to do a show when I was growing up called Something Special, and it ran for years. It ran for absolutely years. And during that show, he would teach you BSL. He would teach you sign language, British Sign Language, which was so good for me. Oh my god, that was so good. It was just really nice. Cause I would then be able to go and like make friends with people like way better. It was very, very good. Yeah, it's very, very, very nice. So yeah, it just helped me make friends a little bit. So having like the show was, yeah. It was good. It has a special place in my heart, really specifically because of that. Seems like a lovely boy. Yeah. Oh yeah. He is the sweetest dude. Absolutely. I don't know if Something Special is still going. Is Something Special still going? Is Something Special still being made? It's still going! Ah! Oh. Oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Do I still remember any of the sign language? Yeah. I'm not fluent, but I can speak BSL. Speak BSL. I can sign BSL. It feels weird to say that I can speak BSL because it's not like a spoken language. I am definitely not fluent, but I know enough to be able to like go around and communicate and stuff. So yeah. It's still going. It's good. It's really, really good. What would it take to have a BSL handcam stream? I don't know how well that would work. I'd have to figure it out. Imagine a live TD model with 6,000 toggles to sign BSL. There's actually... There is, what's the... They actually have assets, hand assets, that you can buy that will have hand tracking for VTubers and stuff. It would be like way easier to do it in 3D, obviously, but you can do it in live 2D. Yeah, there's whole sections of like, so the fun thing about sign language for online purposes is that because hand tracking isn't all that great in 3D software, typically they have parts of sign language that will switch and change for online sign language versus in-person sign language. So things like fingerspelling become a lot more simplified. But that's more so for things like ASL. BSL and ASL are very, very different, mainly because ASL uses a lot more very hyper-specific fingerspelling than BSL does. BSL is a lot more gesture-based, which is kind of funny, because like that's all you're doing with sign language. Yeah, ASL and BSL are very, very different. So yeah, maybe, who knows. I've only learned a little bit of ASL. I find ASL much more difficult. Maybe that's just because I've grown up learning BSL. So, who knows. There's also, there's different types of BSL as well. So, there is 2 different types. So, there is, technically there's 3. So, British Sign Language will modify itself in order of accessibility. So, there is one type of British Sign Language that is severely edited in order to accommodate people who don't have mobility in their hands as well as they would like to. So there is that version of BSL, and there is 2 more versions of BSL. There is another version of BSL for people who are fully deaf, and then there is another version of BSL specifically for people who are hard of hearing, or who are not fully deaf. And the version for people who aren't fully deaf has the same grammatical contexts as English, as British English. So when you're trying to do a sentence in BSL, in fully deaf BSL, you will structure your sentence instead of signing "my name is," you will sign "name is my." Well, technically you don't have the "is" particles because it's implied, but you'll have "name my," and then you will do your sign or your fingerspell, whatever your thing is. So there's different grammatical clauses depending on which version of sign that you're using. Dialects is interesting. Languages are really, really fun. You can't call me out like, don't call me out like, no, don't call me out like that, don't. How dare you, how dare you, how dare you, get out of my chat. Might not have the hand cams to work on, but we do know your habits. How dare you? I've never been read so dirtily in my entire life. Oh my goodness. Atrocious. Absolutely atrocious.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you for the super honey. Final leave! I don't know, maybe I'll give you guys like a little... I think I'd have to do like the logistics of signing, because signing is I don't know how I do it on a hand cam, because signing is more so to be done face to face. because signing is not just about the signs that you're doing with the gestures with your hands, but it's also to do with your expression and the emotion in your body. So you get context clues from people's expressions and the way that their mouth is moving and all that type of stuff from sign, just as much as you get it from the sign itself. So it's kind of a bit of a complicated one with that one. Maybe we'll figure it out. Yeah. Context language, baby. Sound a bit tough for a hand cam then, yeah. When you sign, you speak with your whole body. At least in BSL you do. Because there's some signs that look very, very similar to other signs, so you kind of have to use not only the context of the sentence to try and figure out what they mean, but also the way that somebody is carrying themselves in terms of, are they presenting themselves in a sad context or a happy context? You can also do things, you can also figure out context and words through lip reading, and that's mainly what I do. So very, very interesting. Need to go over a setup to need to own a kitty just to sign it. Similar in ASL because facial expression and stuff does help determine tone. Yes, yeah. Exactly the same. Yeah. I am not fluent. I should probably say that again. I'm not fluent. But I know enough to get by. Wow. It's, I don't know. It's also nice when people, I don't tend to talk about, like, my hearing issues all that much. Because what I have is pretty specific. So, I don't talk about it all that much. But it's always kind of nice when people make the effort to learn a little bit of sign. It's fun. It's nice. I like it a lot. I've had friends who will learn bits and pieces of sign to like communicate better. I don't know, it's nice. Even just something as simple as like, are you okay? Is nice. I've had friends who have learnt stuff like that in the past. And just like little signs like, can I help? Are you okay? How are you? Hello, good morning, goodbye. Just like very basic stuff. Learning that is just sweet. Those are good friends? Oh yeah. These are the same friends that like cover their mouth whenever they don't want me to hear what they're talking about. The best friendship. True friendship right there. So yeah. Sign is very, very interesting. I'd be like super excited to get like 3D for that specifically. I'd love to do that. ASL's really fun once you get the hang of it. ASL's way faster than BSL. Way, way faster. At least from what I've seen anyway. Yeah. Hey, it's Miss Jumble if it happens. Teach you guys like some BSL. It will be no help to anybody who is outside of the UK. I'm so sorry. That'd be so cool. I'd love that if 3D if 3D happens at any point in the future, which I'd very much like it to, I would like to make that a thing. I would like to teach you guys some BSL. That would be fun. I hope any travelers / cons, so who knows. Yeah! That would be so cool at meet and greets, because I can see you guys at meet and greets. Wait, that would be so cool if you guys learned some sign for meet and greets, and just like, you were able to sign like a little hello. That would be so sweet. That would be really, really sweet. I'm American, maybe I should learn some BSL. If you're American, you should learn ASL, because then you can talk to other Americans in ASL. That would be fun. Yeah. Try to get on it if you ever get the money for it, to be honest. There's some, you can get like free lessons for like the very basics and stuff. I do not expect any of you to go and actually learn like fluent BSL in any context, because that's like unless you have like hearing issues, there's really very limited means for you to actually go and learn it. There's no reason to do that. But just learning like the basics of like hello, good morning, how is your day type of thing is, you can easily find tutorials on YouTube for stuff like that. Yeah. Don't question my commitment to the bit. Stop making me want to learn a second language. I still don't study my first one. BSL is really relatively quick to learn. I think BSL takes about the same amount of time as like Esperanto does to learn, which is about like 2 to 3 months if you study heavy, like 6 months if you study light. I think so. It's been a while since I've like officially studied. We'll find all the resources for it, don't worry. Oh god. What have I done? I imagine when Lumina learns it fully to keep having a conversation with Amora and meet and greet, she keeps You do not have to. Just like, if you want to learn a little bit, maybe just like a little hello. That would be nice. No, a bit of ASL from a childhood friend being there, so it can't be that different, right? There's some similarities. I think there's some bits in American ASL that do cross over into BSL. But that's just because there's like some signs that are pretty universal for things. BSL Anki Dex. Is there BSL Anki Dex? Is there really? That actually BSL Anki Dex? Hang on. Oh my god, there is BSL Anki Dex. No way. Oh, it's legit as well. Oh, it's real as well. Oh my god. Yeah! Oh my god, wait, it's real! Oh my god, it's legit! That is a real Anki deck that is BSL. Oh wow. I never knew that existed. That's so cool. That's so cool. With gifts, oh my god. ASL I think came from French Sign Language as ASL. And BSL is similar because the UK, US and UK, but yeah. There's some crossover. There's some signs that just don't cross over at all. And the major difference is the finger spelling is completely different. But yeah. Oh god. Oh no, I'd have to come up with a sign for Amora. I feel like the sign for Amora should just be the same sign as love. Yeah. Hi, honey. Welcome in. Welcome in. Just sign out princess. I don't actually know what princess is in BSL. Really? Huh. Oh, that's something new. There we go. Yeah. For anyone who's interested in what princess is in BSL, it is your right hand if you're right-handed, kind of curled into the shape of like almost as if you're trying to grip an apple, but without the apple. Pull up to your head on the little side of your head and then pull it off ever so slightly. Princess. That is the sign for princess. And then if you want to know the sign for love, if you cross your arms over each other, I think it's the right underneath, over your chest to touch your shoulders, that is the sign for love. Yeah, if you're just like grasping an apple, or like grabbing like a baseball or something, the same kind of way, same kind of claw motion. Wakanda forever? No, you have your palms flat. Yeah. There we go. There's the sign for both of those. I don't know if it's... Is it? Sometimes... Yeah, some people do it over their heart instead of just like over their chest, but like if you put it over your chest, people are gonna know what you mean. Yeah, it doesn't matter the order of the hands that you like put it down for. Okay, that's nice. That's good to know then. Does BSL not change depending on whether or not your dominant hand is your left or your right? Yes, it does. Yeah, if you are left-handed, you will do stuff with your left hand, and if you're right-handed, you will do stuff with your right hand. So if you are left-handed, you will do the same sign, but like to your left. I am just right-handed, so I do all my signing on the right. Langawig, baby. Mini bun next to your head, yeah. I guess it's supposed to be like a little mini crown rather than like a big crown to like showcase that you're a princess, not a queen. That makes sense. A lot of signing is just kind of like memorization, but like a lot of things you can kind of just guess. Direction and sensitive language. Typically, yeah. BSL is quite forgiving when it comes to getting things right or wrong. So if you kind of just get it like vaguely okay, like people will still know what you mean. It's like pronouncing something slightly incorrectly. People will still understand what you mean through the context of your sentence. And through like the context of your body tone. I was gonna sign a default to the wrong hand. I'm sure people will just know what you mean though. Like, I will just know what you mean, probably. Unless you get it so badly that it's completely indecipherable. But like, you'd have to mess up so unbelievably badly for that to happen. Context is such a strong tool. Yeah, it's fun. Language is interesting. I think you underestimate my ability to mess. You don't underestimate my competence. Oh god. Can't speak Mandarin well, but I could roughly follow along using context. Yeah, that's for most languages, I think. There's some languages that will demand that you be super accurate, but BSL is not one of them. Yeah. The thing that took me the longest to figure out was the context for most of it, was the oh shoot, what's it called? Which was the oh shoot, it's the thing. Yeah, here we go. The thing that took me the longest to like figure out in terms of BSL was definitely the grammatical system. Just because they use almost similar to Japanese, I guess, in that kind of context, but they'll have the main part of the sentence first, typically, rather than going in English stuff. So like, to go back to the example that I did before, which is where you're introducing yourself, instead of saying my name is such and such, you'll do the most important part of the sentence first by saying name, so you're getting out the context first before you give context to that context. Think of Yoda when you sign? Maybe. It took me like a really long time to get used to that. What's the worst scenario to mess up in sign language? God, I don't know. Oh, I've had, when I went to like offer help to people, I've accidentally asked them for help instead, just by getting mixed up, which is interesting because the sign for help you and help me is basically the same sign, but it's a push out for help you, but a push in for help me. I've gotten those mixed up before, which has led to some very confused conversations. Yeah. Is there any instances in BSL where you can try and say something nice but accidentally insult someone's mother? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because, like, even for things like swearing and stuff in BSL, is... even if you don't speak BSL, you will be able to tell if somebody is, like, insulting. Because of, expression and tone. Like, you'll be able to tell. I don't think so. I mean, there might be, probably. I'm trying to think of any contexts where you could sign something wrong. You could probably sign something wrong quite easily, I guess. But... This is my replicate whenever I hear rain, because we got rain sounds on, because it's nice and relaxing. For someone who's visibly distressed, hey, I need your help, by the way. Yeah. Messed up that day. Do you need to install curse words in sign language, or do they already exist? Like, do you need to, like, come up with signs for stuff? In some context, yes, you do need to come up. If a swear word is particularly creative, then yes, you will indeed need to come up with a sign for it. But you'd be surprised at how many swear words exist. Would you pirate a sign language? You wouldn't steal a car. You wouldn't steal a handbag. You wouldn't steal BSL. No! Get him! He's stealing BSL! That was the last bite of my sandwich. Also, isn't how the English just has a ton of swears? Oh yeah. I find it funny that someone was just like, yes, it is important for someone specifically to make a sign for insert swear here. There's, shoot, what's his name? He's an American comedian. And he does a bit about it in one of his shows, and I saw a clip of it. Where he talks about... He had a sign language interpreter for one of his shows. And, she was talking to him and was like, hey, is there any words in the show that you think, is there any words in the show that you think I will have to create a sign for? And he goes, oh yeah, it's this. I will not be saying what he said because I am definitely not of the same skin tone. And the whole bit surrounding it is that she immediately is like, oh yeah, it's this. And he's like, huh? For the fact that she immediately had a sign for this particular phrase. Who is it? Shoot, who is it? Who is it? It's a Donald Glover show. There we go. It's Donald Glover who does the bit for it. Yes. It's during one of his shows. Yes, yeah. So yeah. You would be surprised at how many signs just exist. Yeah, go over. Yeah. I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I've never had to say his last name out loud. I just know it as Glover. That's all I know. Is it Glover? I don't... Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I don't know how to say it. Don Glover, I see. Okay. It's a pretty easy clip to find. If you search like his name and then talk about like and sign language immediately after it, you will probably find it. Yeah. World's most helpful chat message. I pronounce it. Yeah, really, really helpful there. Thank you, buddy. Really helping me figure out how to pronounce that correctly. on in about an hour, but I still gotta go make soup. So helpful, yeah. I gotta go make soup soon, I think, because Mama Q will be hungry. Oh, I said that I would cook today. What kind of soup? It is like assortment soup. So it is it is basically Mama Q brought me a bunch of her vegetables that she needed to use. And I have a bunch of vegetables that I needed to use. So I'm basically just gonna cut all of those up and then put them into a soup. I'm just gonna, it's gonna be a conglomeration. Conglomeration? I don't know the word for it specifically, but it's just going to be like a random assortment of vegetables and veggie stock. I'm gonna have that with a slice of bread. Yeah. It's gonna be so good. I'm very excited about it. Where is Navi's birthday? Is this the part 2? Part 2! Yes. Okay. Amalgamation is a good word. Amalgamation is a very, very good word for it. Ooh, salsa. Salsa is good. Alright, I'm gonna leave it there for today. Please, I'm gonna send you guys over into Navi's waiting room. It's her birthday! I didn't get a chance to tell you guys properly when I was last streaming, because this was before her birthday. However, please go tell her happy birthday. I will be vigilant. I will know. Go tell my robot happy birthday. Okay. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Go tell my robot happy birthday. Go get snacks. Go get drinks. I will see you guys. I haven't put out my schedule yet. When am I seeing yours? I will see you guys tomorrow. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.